It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day here in Texas, but I don't think anything shines quite as bright as this street triple behind me. I just bought this motorcycle as our new giveaway bike on YamiNoob.co. So you guys were sick of beginner bikes, you're sick of little bikes, you want something fun, middleweight, naked, well here it is. The possible cream of the crop in terms of the category, the king of the mountain, the reference point for so many years in the middleweight naked sport category, and honestly a bike that kind of invented the category in and of itself. This street triple is available for grabs on YamiNoob.co. It's a giveaway bike, so head over to the website, become a member, get yourself some multipliers on the store right now, stack up your entries, get entered to win this thing. You're not going to want to miss it. I've given away over 54 motorcycles during my time here on YouTube. I think I know what I'm doing a little bit, and this one truly is really sweet. Now, some of you out there might know what makes the street triple so special, but let me give you a little bit of background on this machine, what makes it so special, and why it is one of my favorites in the category. All right, boys, behind the camera, let's talk a little bit about the street triple. So the first thing I want to point out why this motorcycle is one of my favorites, as you might know, I have a love affair with the Daytona 675R, and this frame right here, this twin spar aluminum frame, is still the 2013 plus Daytona frame. Yes, folks, 11 years later, it's still good enough for you and your naked bike on street. It really tells you something about how good the 2013 plus Daytona was, that they're still using this frame and it's still basically the same. Of course, that is where the similarities end, because this model's using the updated 765cc 3-cylinder engine in this RS trim, making 128 horsepower and 59 foot-pounds of torque. Triumph has used their learnings from the Moto 2 category. They've been the engine supplier since 2019, and so this machine actually features quite a few engine upgrades that make it a little bit zestier and a little bit spicier for the street. We're talking a higher compression ratio, a different head, and truly from the seat of the pants, this motorcycle feels about as spicy as an old school Daytona did, but with way more accessible low down torque. The street triple's been around since 2007. It was first launched as the naked corollary to the Daytona Super Sport back in the day, which is why it still shares that same frame design. And this was really supposed to be the kind of watered down sport street version of a Super Sport machine, which is very different in the way that a lot of naked bikes are designed from the ground up nowadays and turned into sport bikes. So with so much refinement, nearly 17 years, it must be polished pretty darn smooth, right? And it is. This motorcycle is bordering on a heritage sport model at this point with how long it's been in continuous production. 17 years for a street triple is pretty darn long. Now, I did mention that this paint job is bright and flashy, and it really is one of my favorites, man. Triumph calls this cosmic yellow for the 2024 model year. You can only get it in the RS trim. We're gonna be doing a detailed video discussing the different trim levels, some of the nitty gritty on this motorcycle, and doing a really big deep dive on it. But I gotta say that this paint scheme reminds me of the 2006 scorched yellow that they used to do for the Daytona. I think it might actually be very, very similar. It may not come through on camera, but in person, it has kind of a golden honey-like quality to it. It's just this beautiful burnt yellow color. Really one of the standout features in my opinion. And this is just a small note, but I am so glad that Triumph always makes the front fender black. I just think it gives the bike a much more sporty, purposeful, aggressive look to give it a black front fender. Now, detailed first ride and review coming out tomorrow. You guys can already see I've been having quite a bit of fun with this motorcycle. There will be a very small track day component to that first ride and review, which is a first for us here on the channel. That's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for that. RS trim gets you quite a few goodies. Key among them is this Olin STX40 shock out back. That's a nice upgrade over the Showa mono shock that you get on the R. And then you also get the Showa big piston fork up front that has rebound and compression in each leg, which is a higher spec of front fork that allows you a greater degree of modularity and flexibility in adjusting your suspension. You get springs and actual valve actuation in both suspension arms. RS also comes with Brembo Stylema calipers. This is a nice upgrade for this bike. The other model does not come with this, the R treatment, but again, we'll do the nitty-gritty deep dive later on. The street triple's always struck this perfect balance of being very sporty, but very capable on road. And throughout the years with the Daytona being discontinued, this model has kind of had to grow up a little bit and become even more sporty. So, I mean, the original Street Triple made a little over 100 horsepower. Now we're talking 128 ponies out of the 765cc Triple. That is pretty serious business. I mean, for a watered down super sport, which it no longer really is, it makes super sport power with way more torque down low. On the RS model, you also get this 5-inch TFT display. I have a lot to say about this unit. As you guys can tell, it is taking forever to power up, and the things I have to say about it are not necessarily so nice. Possibly the biggest weak spot on this motorcycle is this TFT display. The instrumentation cluster is just hard to read and a little bit hard to get on with, but I am glad that it does have a TFT display. You can see here as well a Brembo MCS master cylinder, adjustable, pretty nice spec. A little squishy, I mean, you're pushing through ABS lines, so don't expect race bike feel out of this thing. Another feature on the RS are these bar mounted mirrors. These are really nice. They're super adjustable. They get a little buzzy at higher speeds, but overall, you can see some pretty good stuff on this thing. The RS comes with the seat cowl as well. So the Street Triple RS rider does indeed ride alone. You will not be putting any passengers on here because this is not really a seat, is it? Although it does come with passenger pegs, so that's kind of confusing. Let's go ahead and fire this motorcycle up, shall we? Firing the Triumph to light here. You guys can see we have it in sport mode, I believe. Yes, we do. Gives it a slightly snappier throttle. This motorcycle does have an advanced IMU on it, but not nearly as much adjustability and flexibility in terms of what you can do with the actual traction control, wheelie control, and that sort of thing. Let's go ahead and flick the wick, shall we? That signature Triumph whistle and intake sound comes to life. It's a beautiful machine, beautiful, beautiful sound. This thing revs quite a bit harder than an MC09 and really gives it its distinct flavor and character. So folks, I am really excited about this bike. You guys know I'm a giant Triumph aficionado. I've had the Daytona for years and years and years, even though I actually have a new track bike right now that I can't tell you about just yet because we're doing some work on it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But the Street Triple is a sweet ride. I cannot wait to make all of the content with it. We're gonna be comparing it against different motorcycles, possibly modifying a couple of things, taking it out on track, doing the first ride with it, doing detailed analysis videos, and just enjoying this motorcycle for the time that we have it. Head over to yamanube.co and become a member for your best chance to win this machine. If that doesn't sound appealing to you, you can always grab a hat, a t-shirt, whatever you want, and every dollar you spend will be an entry to win subject to a multiplier on the store. So yeah, get yourself an amazing yellow Street Triple. This scorched yellow is seriously one of my favorite colors I've seen on any motorcycle in the past 5 years, and that might be the Triumph fanboy in me talking a little bit, but it is pretty sweet. So let me know down in the comments what sort of content you want to see with this machine. Are there any specifics you want to see about it? I will try to do the most comprehensive videos I can on this machine, but I'll try not to inundate you guys too much with Street Triple content. If you do see me vlogging around on this machine, well, know that it is a giveaway bike on yamanube.co. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the detailed first ride video, and then the day after that, we're going to get it in the shop and do a detailed video covering the ins and outs on the different trims, all the new things that are different on this machine, and some of the new features on it as well. Thanks so much for checking out today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later. All right, everybody, this video is over. There's no more to watch on this beautiful video between me and you, but this Triumph Street Triple 765 RS is available on yamanube.co as a giveaway bike. Hit that link while you're waiting for the next video to load. Become a member. It'll take you as easy as 1, 2, 3, and then you're signed up to win. How cool is that? Papa Yam's giving away 54 bikes. You could be the next one.